Now, I've done a few businesses in the past, and I've tried several things, and most of the businesses I've done, guys, they involve, courses that cost $1,000, $300, and they cost a lot of money, So I went out there, and I tried to find 5 businesses that I've done in the past, and I know people actually did it, that actually require a little bit less than $100 to actually start today. So I found 5 of those that actually make between $20 an hour all the way up to $140 an hour, just like that. So in this video, I'm gonna break them down, tell you how to get them, where to get them, the process, and the plan to actually making sure you make money along the way also. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Tiny Bryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified, and do me a favor and smash, likely, the like button. Really appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much, okay? Now, I have a question for you guys, okay? Imagine how would your life be different if you made an extra $40 an hour every time you got out of work for 3 hours a day? Not that much at all if you ask me. So for example, imagine you worked for 3 hours a day every day. 3 hours a day for $40 an hour. Well, that's an extra $120 every single day. And if you did this every single day because you're a beast, you're a boss, well, every single week you would make around $840. Every single month, well, that's an extra $3,360, which is an extra every single year, $40,000 by 3 hours of work. If you ask me, that is not that bad at all. And that's why in these examples I'm going to give you guys right now, well, these businesses you can start today can actually make you this amount of money without quitting your job, without having to go out there and be like, hey, I'm quitting. Then 2 days later, you're like, okay, can I get the job back? No, you quit. Okay, all right, okay. You don't have to do that with these businesses, okay? And that's why I picked them. And on top of that, they don't require that much capital to actually start, less than $100. So let's get into it. Now, the first one I wanted to talk about was one that was very simple, and I know a lot of people actually do it. My aunt does it, a friend of mine does it, and they all make, even a client of mine actually does this too, and they all make decent money. And it's kind of like, you know what, I never thought about it until this moment right here, and it's actually by being a senior home companion. If you don't know what this is, basically, you go to senior citizens' homes and you take care of them, you feed them, you give them medicine, you take care of the house, and you actually cook and you dress them, you bathe them if you want to. It depends on how far you want to go, but you can choose how you want to do it. Now, Tommy, how much money does this cost? The answer is it only costs usually to get certified around $25 in your state. You might say, Tommy, there are not enough old people to take care of, okay, because there's just too many people out there to do this job. In reality, guys, there are around 49 million people in the US that are past 65 years old that could use the service, and by 2060, there would actually be around 98 million people in the US past 65. So in reality, this is a growing market. Now, there are different variations of this job. For example, the pay ranges from, $13 to $18 an hour. But again, that's only with literally, by the way, $100 investment getting certified, when reality is like $25. So just keep that $75 and go to Starbucks and eat that coffee if you want to. Now, for example, to put it into perspective, guys, if you want to do this job full time and work around 8 hours a day for example, 5 days a week, well, times 5, and you are getting paid around $18 an hour, well, that is an extra $720 every single week for a $100 investment. Now, it is a full-time job, but you are getting paid on a 1099, so it is like your own job in a sense, so that's pretty cool if you ask me. So every single month, you should be getting paid around $2,880. Now, that's not a lot of money. I get it. I know. But it could be enough money to actually start and then build from there. Now, you could do, if you want to, you could be a basic caregiver. Now, that pay for that is actually between $13 to $16. That's basically like, you know what, you're there, you clean, you cook, you do certain things like that. It's kind of like more basic. On top of that, the cost is around $25 to get certified by your state. Now, if you want to go a little bit crazy, you can actually get certified as a nurse assistant, a CAN, and you can actually get paid between $13 to $60 an hour. Not that much. However, you do have to pay around $1,200 to actually get certified for this, because again, it involves giving people medicine, emergencies, and actually being there to actually help that person in any need whatsoever. Now, if you wanted to, you could also do home health aid. The same thing, kind of like a caregiver. In reality, the pay is kind of like the same, between $10 to $15. However, you'll have to pay around $25 again. but it's basically the same thing. So the concept is, if you want to be a home caregiver, which my aunt actually is, and she has paid around $50 an hour, not that bad at all, you can make money. It's a decent job, and on top of that, you make your own schedule, and if you want to, you can get hired by a company, and then that company finds you jobs, and that way you don't have to be searching up and down to find jobs. By the way, sometimes if your parent is out of commission, they're elderly, they can't do anything, you can actually get the state to hire you to take care of your parent, and that way you get a salary for taking care of your elderly parents, which you would probably do anyways for free. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. So the first one, home caregiver, a very growing industry in the future and currently right now, and you can make decent money by getting certified with literally a $25 investment dependent on your state. Not that bad at all. And on top of that, you can keep that $75 and go out to Starbucks, Ben & Jerry's, do whatever you want with that money. Go crazy, I don't care. But it is decent money and you can make money. So not that bad at all. Now, the second one is actually my favorite, and it's actually renting stuff around your house. Very simple, very efficient, and also very profitable. For example, if you have a car, you can rent it. If you have yard equipment you don't use, like tools and like all that fancy stuff like drills, you can rent that stuff too. If you have a game console, you can rent that also. Lights, camera, everything around your house, you can rent it for a fee. For example, guys, there are websites, for example, link down below also, called loanable.com and also zlock.com, links down below. You can go to this website, put in your stuff, and put it out for rent and get paid every time somebody rents it. Now tell me, how much do I get paid? Well, if you have a Sprinter van, like a Sprinter one, like Mercedes, Honda, whatever you want to call it, you can get paid around $700 every single day. On top of that, if you have a baby stroller, you can get paid $8 a day. If you have a bouncy house, you can get paid around $250 a day. On top of that, if you even have, for example, a ladder, you can get paid around $20 a day for that ladder for renting it out to people. Now, if you ask me, guys, if you don't have a lot of stuff that you rent, people rent game consoles on this website, camera equipment, bags, beds, chairs, anything you can possibly think of. They're renting on these websites and make decent money from it. So anything you ever run the house, you don't think that people would actually be interested in, you could probably rent it for a fee and make some money also. So not that bad at all if you ask me. By the way, if you don't have a ladder or any of the stuff that you rent for a lot of money, just go out there, right, and try to rent it with this $100 and put it on the website, rent it for a higher price, keep the profits, do it over and over again until you can rent and buy your own equipment and just put it for rent. By the way, there's one guy, guys, that I know. I read about him in a book by Chris Guillebeau. He actually leased around 10 cars, personally, and he rented them out every single day and made around $30 to $60 daily from those cars. So, for example, if he was making around $50 a day per car, $50 a day, he has 10 cars. Well, in reality, every single month, he was making around an extra $15,000. After his cost, his lease, his gas, his maintenance, he was still pocketing, I remember, around $3,000 to $4,000 every single month. And it's not that bad at all if you ask me. So, that's a pretty good idea. Renting your stuff can make you money, so always think about that. And go out to the website, look at it, and see what's rented for a lot of money, and get those items yourself, and rent those items, and make some money, and pocket the difference, and make some profit. Now, number 3, you probably never heard about, but it's all about being a menu planner, and actually doing food preparation. You might tell me, Tommy, no one wants to pay to cook food for them and bring it to their house, no one wants to do that. Well, in reality, guys, the fitness industry has grown by around $36 billion every single year people spend on the entire industry. So in reality, people are in the market to pay money to have money delivered to them. That way you don't have to cook or do anything. Have you heard about Freshly, HelloFresh? Everyone is doing it now. Now, if you took it to the next level and went to people's houses and like deliver food to them and cook it for them also, you probably make a lot of money. To the point where if you go on certain websites, you can actually charge people between $30 to $40 every single hour to actually cook for them, which is not that bad at all. Now, I did see this lady hustling at a barber shop. I saw her and she was like, you know what? I charge people every single day $10 for a meal. I bring it to them already cooked. They eat it. And basically, I charge them money. That's how it works, okay? Now, this lady, guys, okay? The portions were basically like this, okay? Like this. The portions were like this. But the food was fresh. Like a fresh meal. It was pretty cool, but imagine like this amount of food, and she has a lot of barbershops that she like manages. So basically, if she has around maybe say for example 20 clients and she delivers foods every single day, well, 20 clients times $10. That's an extra $20 every single day. Every single week, she's making an extra $400, and every single month, well, she's making an extra $5,600. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, guys, you can develop your own recipes, sell it online, make a blog, and make more money like that also. Now, I like this one a lot, and it's probably something I would be paying for myself because, again, when you actually have someone like this, guys, it's very convenient. You save people time, and people won't really mind paying you money for this. On top of that, if you want to target middle-class people, upper-class people, they'll probably pay you a lot more money, between $20 to $40 an hour. You can go in there, make the meals for them, and probably upsell them on recipes, and maybe like meal planning for special events. Like, for example, you have a wedding, you have a date, or whatever it is, and they have a personal chef. Pretty cool if you ask me. So if you want to do this, you're into cooking. I can't do this. I can't cook at all. But if you're into this, it's a pretty good gig to actually make some money, and it doesn't require any money whatsoever. It just requires you to be a good cook. And if you're not, just teach yourself how to do it by watching YouTube videos and reading about recipes, or buying cookbooks for less than $100. And that way you start this business and you start making money ASAP. Not that bad at all, if you ask me. Now, number 4 is all about being something that I cannot be. I'll be honest right now, okay? If you are good at organizing stuff, this is your thing right here, okay? I'm not good at it. I have a mess all the time. But basically, guys, if you want to be a professional organizer, yes, that does exist, you can get paid between $20 an hour all the way up to $140 an hour, depending on your market, whether it's upper class, lower class, or like the premium rich people in the world, okay? So basically, guys, right, if you go to someone's house and you be like, okay, I want to do your house, I want to organize everything, you can charge them money for that. Now, if you don't have a lot of money, which in this case you probably don't, because again, this is a $100 budget to actually start a business. So I recommend you use this money, $100, you get a domain and a website. Once you have that, by the way, you can make a free website at squarespace.com. Pretty simple stuff. It costs around like $20, not that bad at all. So you still have $8 left. Use that money to actually print out some flyers, go to people's houses, door to door, and that way you start building a customer base. I'll probably do a trial base first. That way you can build some customers, be like, okay, you're good at this, so I want to hire you again. And that way you're good to go. Now, the excellent thing about this, the good thing about this, basically, when you do somebody's like organization in their office or their home or the living room, you can probably upsell them on, for example, housekeeping, laundry, babysitting, whatever it is, and that way you can make extra income by doing this right here. But again, if you were making an extra $20 an hour or $4 an hour, and for example, some people in the upper tier make around $140 an hour, it's not that bad at all. So for example, if you just work 1 hour a day, guys, $140 a day, which is crazy to me, times 7, times 4, that's an extra almost $4,000 every single month. Not that bad at all, if you ask me. Now, if you don't know how to get started, you can go to taskrabbit.com, link down below. You can sign up, make an account, and people will hire you to actually do this for you. Now, they probably charge you a little fee for getting you like the people to actually to get the job for you. Now, if you go ahead, you make your own website, which is very basic. It costs you like $20 to get a domain and a website on squarespace.com. Not that bad at all. And you go out there, you get some flyers, you print them out for like $20 or so. You go to people's houses, door to door, and you can actually go like, hey, I'll do this job for you. Here's a trial. I'll do this, I'll do that for a trial, and I can hire you. Like, you can hire me if you want to, if you're like happy with the service. That way you can start building a customer base, and you're actually still making money, and you actually start making money step by step. But the concept is, you don't need any money to do this, but you do need a little finesse and elbow grease, okay? So if you can do this, this is great to do, okay? Getting paid $140 an hour, it's not that bad at all, if you ask me. I would love to do this, but I can't organize anything to save my life, okay? So not for me, but if you can do it, great gig if you ask me. Now, the last one, number 5, numero 5, is all about being a virtual assistant. Now, as you guess, probably, this one doesn't cost $100. It actually costs $0. Not that bad at all, if you ask me, for making up to $8 an hour or even more, depending on what type of assistant you actually want to be. For example, guys, okay, I've hired virtual assistants in the past also, but from the Philippines, and I paid like $2 an hour. Not that bad at all. But however, since you are in the US, you can charge people more money, between $20 an hour or $10 an hour, all the way up to $80 an hour. $80 an hour. I don't know why I said 80 like that, but I did. I'm sorry about that. But it is a lot of money. So tell me, how do I do this? How do I get started? The answer is, you can go out there on Upwork.com, link down below. You sign up for a profile, and you search up virtual assistant in the search bar. Once you do that, people will pop up. Once those people pop up, you copy their profiles to your profile, if you have those skills also, and you advertise yourself for a lower price. You start building up that reputation. Once you have a reputation, you can charge people more money step by step. Okay, so the first part is you build up your profile by having people actually hire you for those services, and then step by step you start raising your praises. You start making more money. I recommend starting with like $10 fee, like $20 fee, and step by step you keep growing and growing and growing. But for the first part, you want to build up momentum, so start small and then build from there. So again, you don't need any money for this. You can keep your $100. However, you can start today easily. So comment down below, guys, and let me know which one of these is your favorite. Comment down below, let me know. And if you ask me, my favorite one by far is renting stuff. Okay, I like that stuff so much, you know, because if I can have something around the house and rent it and basically make money from that, then why wouldn't I do it? Now, I don't even drive a car, but I'll be down to buy cars and then rent it to people and make money from cars, okay? Because I don't want to buy a liability, but if I can buy a liability and make money from it, then that is different. I turn it into an asset, okay? So comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite. Are you going to try it? And do you have $100 so you get started? And do you have any other ones you actually think about that I actually missed in this video? So comment down below and let me know. And guys, as always, if you guys enjoy this video, like the video, really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram, Tommy Bryson. And on top of it, before I go, if you want to watch a video on how to get jobs and gigs that pay you $140 an hour, watch this video right here. On top of that, click my face right here. Subscribe to the channel right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, thank you guys for watching, and peace.